Well, of course, it's Senior Citizens Month, isn't it? We've been telling you about that right through the month. And as part of Senior Citizens Month, there's going to be a concert on Thursday week. That's the 16th of March, a seniors concert here in the Sutherland Shire at the Entertainment Centre. It's going to be a tribute show featuring the music of Johnny O'Keefe, Neil Diamond and the King Elvis. And it's my pleasure this afternoon to have two of the great stars of that concert in the studio with me. I have Johnny V, who's going to pay tribute to a wonderful J.O.K., Johnny O'Keefe. We have Steve King, and Steve is going to present an Elvis tribute. But first off, our first wonderful guest this afternoon here is Johnny V. Hello to you, Johnny. How are you, mate?
Hello, Gary.
How did it all start for you, Johnny?
Just being in my blood.
So it all started for you by just being in the blood.
Just being in the blood, yeah. Johnny's, I think we've got to appreciate our own heroes, and I think Johnny's a true pioneer of Aussie rock and roll, and his life, as you probably know, paralleled Elvis, Elvis Presley. They were both born same year, and he died the year after Elvis, and they were both big stars in their own right. Johnny had a lot of firsts for Australian rock and roll, and I think he was the first one to have a hit overseas in New Orleans, and he had just a fantastic performer, and I think we should remember him, as a true hero of Aussie rock and roll.
Johnny V, how long have you been performing?
Very long time, Gary. It's 45 years.
A bit like me.
Yeah.
I've been a long time.
I'm a senior at the seniors.
Well, it certainly sounds you've got a lot of experience at it. And
I love it. That's right. It's an addiction, and just something I love to do. When you go and do all these songs, you bring back all the memories and the people. You're reliving all memories that people had in those days. And I think they're great memories. Tell
us a bit more about yourself, and I know there's a lot to talk about from the 1960s to now, but what has been the highlight of your career?
A big highlight of my career was I'm a huge Sharks fan, and I sang at Shark Park about 20 years ago, at half time.
Right.
And and we actually did Shout with all of the kids. They have all the kids dancing. All the kids were dancing to Shout.
I bet you were shouting last season when the Sharkies got up.
Oh, it was a huge day. I wish I couldn't have been. I had a show on that particular night on the grand final.
Right.
But my wife and my son, they were both at the grand final in the premier box sort of thing, cheering.
What can one look forward to on Thursday week, the 14th, isn't it? Yeah. What can one look forward to with your section of the program?
Well, my section, it's all the hits. Johnny O'Keefe had 3 number 1 hits, and I do the Johnny Ray song because that's what Johnny O'Keefe started. Imitating Johnny Ray. That's how he started out.
Mm-hmm.
And all these big hits, even though I think he had 3 number 1s. I'll be doing all of those.
Good. And look, it's been wonderful, Johnny, to have you here in the studio with me this afternoon in person, and all the very best with your future out there. I know you're doing a lot more than this concert, and you're a very, very busy man to get hold of. So I really am very, very pleased that you had the time and you took the effort to come in here personally and speak with us on the program this afternoon.
Thanks, Gary. Thank you for having me.
This Seniors Week interview thanks to Moran Aged Care, providing premium care, lifestyle and wellness to seniors in Engadine and Sylvania. 2SSR sponsor.